thank you very much, Pat. I'm David Tomlinson, Sales Manager at Zenith International Freight in the UK. Good morning to you guys. It's good afternoon for me here in the UK. Just briefly touching on what we are about Zenith, just quickly. I've worked for the company over 16 years and I've had experience in the business for over 25 years. Mainly, my career started, I've always worked in the north of England. We're based in the area of Leeds and Bradford. I've always worked in the industry, mainly being previously in European services, for anything from the UK running into Europe. And then once joining Zenith, some of our main business is air freight and ocean freight, with a main focus for us guys, UK to China, China to UK, and also UK to America, America to the UK. And that business has really built, over the last 9 years of working directly with Scarbrough there in America, we've built some really nice business and things are going from strength to strength. We're always obviously on the lookout for new business and helping clients to build their business between the UK and America, and it's something that we've been very successful on during the last 9 years working along with Scarbrough there. So just some details you see on your screen there. I don't know whether I'm sure you guys can see what I'm seeing. So we're a large economy for such a small little island that we are, as I class us as. We're fifth largest economy in the world, doing some big numbers in terms of our import and export shipping there at the bottom. You see the population, 66 million, thereabouts these days, growing rapidly. Of that, just to give you a brief explanation, the UK is really into 2 or 3 sort of different types of areas. You've got the capitals in Wales, which is Cardiff, as the main area there. You've got the capital, or the main area in Northern Ireland, which is Belfast. You've got the main areas in Scotland, which is Glasgow and Edinburgh. And then in the UK, which is relatively small compared to you guys in America, you've got the main areas, which would be the London area and the south, which is a different area completely from the north. It's quite a different feel to it. And then you come further north of the UK, you've got a big area in the Birmingham and the West Midlands area where there's a lot of industry. And then you come further north again, and you've got where the area which I work in, which is the M62 corridor, which takes in Liverpool, Manchester, Leeds, and in the far east there would be Hull. And that's the M62 corridor, as we call it, and the area which I mainly work in on a day-to-day basis.
And one thing I'll add to that is that what I thought was pretty amazing was the UK is actually the largest export market for the United States to the EU. And, as David said, they're not the biggest country out there as far as land goes. It's about the size of Oregon, I understand, but I just find it quite amazing that it is the largest market for the USA exports.
Yeah, it's I touch on that. It is in terms of how you are in the States. There, I've had the pleasure of driving some miles in the States. I've visited various places, and when I was last there, I think I drove from New York to Rochester, which is the same state, which took me. I think I did stop for a bit of lunch, admittedly, but I think I was driving for about 8 hours, which is quite strange. In the UK, you could go from Liverpool to Hull in probably 2 hours. You can go from where I'm based in the north of England, near Leeds, to London, with traffic admittedly, but you could probably it's like a 2-hour drive. So you can cover most of England in a 2 or 3 hour drive. Scotland's a little bit different. It's a few miles up the further north you go. Obviously, you can be driving for 3 or 4 hours, but it's relatively small to you guys, and I'm sure a 200-mile car journey to you guys is nothing.
But wait a minute, didn't we spend 6 hours on the M25 that one time?
Well, I did admit there we do have a little bit of traffic, and I believe the average speed in London at the moment is registered at something like 8 miles an hour. So when you've only got a couple of 100 miles to do, 8 miles an hour is quite time consuming. Yeah, that's right.